In this video, I would like to provide you with the correct information about the fallacies contained in mainstream technical analysis so you can understand once and for all why certain tools simply don't work in the charts. In all trading platforms, you can find a wide range of technical tools that you can plot in your price charts. I'm not talking about the line studies like simple horizontal lines, pitchforks, Fibonacci ratios, and so on. I'm talking about the technical indicators like MACD, stochastics, moving averages, and things of the sort. These tools represent a powerful illusion for all traders, especially the ones who are new to the business. That's because they promise an unrealistic simplification of price action through the use of simple mathematical formulas. A moving average, for example, is just a simple average of X number of periods. Traders often ignore one very fundamental aspect of technical indicators, which is the relevance of the information they provide for the analysis. To understand what I'm getting to, you need to apprehend how this whole technical indicator movement began. Most of technical indicators like moving averages and Bollinger Bands are tools originally from econometrics, which is sort of like the marriage between economics and mathematics. In other words, econometrics attempts to use mathematical models to understand certain aspects of the economic sciences. Inside econometrics, we have the science of time series forecasting, which is the attempt to use such mathematical models to predict economic behavior. All of that seems reasonably acceptable, but there is a sneaky detail here that a lot of people don't realize. Time series forecasting in econometrics deal mostly with one type of time series called stationary time series, which is when a time series oscillates around a mean and doesn't produce trends. This type of time series is rather easily predicted using tools like moving averages and Bollinger Bands, which is nothing more than a moving average with two moving standard deviations attached to it. However, the time series produced by financial markets is not stationary. Financial data is for the most part a non-stationary time series, meaning that it produces trends. Not only trends, but nonlinear trends that vary in duration and magnitude. The fundamental mistake here is to transport tools from stationary time series analysis to non-stationary time series analysis. This fact alone renders all this effort useless just because of this element of trend I talked about. Once you have the element of trend in the non-stationary time series, all of the forecasting properties of those econometric tools cease to work because they weren't originally designed to solve problems in non-stationary time series analysis, which require way more sophisticated algorithms. Using the technical indicators in non-stationary time series like the market is like using a hammer to clean a window. It's the wrong tool for the job, but in the case of the market, the illusion is a lot subtler, of course. The fact that people can plot lines on a chart and that they don't really understand the nature of charts nor the nature of lines they're using creates this fake feeling of sophistication that is so common among confused practitioners of pseudoscience. In fact, the use of most technical indicators is the absolute perfect representation of pseudoscience, which is when scientific-sounding words are used to justify an idea that has no scientific value behind it. A lot of people are confused by big words, and when they don't really understand what they mean, they assume it's scientific and therefore valid. That's the same cognitive mistake that makes people fall for astrology, flat earth theories, and overall idiotic ideas like that. So when you enter a discussion about whether or not technical indicators work, you can simply say that technical indicators are tools originally from econometrics dedicated to study stationary time series, and they completely lose their value once they put them on non-stationary time series, which is the case of all financial markets. You may ask why exactly the tools lose their values, and the answer is that in a stationary time series, the oscillations revolve around a static mean, so we can predict things using a mean reverting approach. This doesn't happen in a non-stationary time series because even though price will return to the lines of whatever technical indicator you're using, the mean is not static, which defeats the whole basis of a mean reverting approach. So there you have it. That's all you need to know to stop wasting your time with the unrealistic and childish application of econometric tools and price charts. The study of a non-stationary time series in the forecasting domain involves much more complicated concepts like hidden Markov models, kernel regression, stochastic differential equations, machine learning, neural networks, genetic programming, the study of random walks, Brownian motion, and much more. Just the preparation of data for true nonlinear time series analysis is way more complicated than a moving average, which you can fully understand with elementary school math. As you can probably tell, getting involved in this world of modeling nonlinear time series statistically and mathematically is incredibly difficult, and very few people understand it fully, like Jim Simons, the most successful hedge fund manager in history. The easier approach for most people is learning price action, which is way easier to apply and doesn't require a lot of mathematical background knowledge. You only need to understand a few facts about the way human beings behave. I hope you were able to learn something useful with this video. If you want to get on the right track for learning how to trade, check out my trading courses in the links available in the video description. If you enjoy videos like this, please help support the channel by clicking the like button, subscribing to the channel, activating the notifications button, sharing the video with your fellow traders, and leaving your feedback below in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Take care.